Today we're driving the 2021 Toyota Avalon Hybrid. This is a top trim limited. It comes in at $43,300 MSRP, not including destination. It has 215 horsepower combined between the battery electric motor and the 2.5 liter four-cylinder engine. This is one of the nicest driving hybrids that I think Toyota makes right now. It has the power, it has the efficiency. It's rated for 43 miles to the gallon in the city and on the highway. It has a very smooth driving ECVT. We have heated and cooled seats, lots of comforts and luxuries, a pretty user-friendly cabin and user interface. Let's walk you around this Avalon, show you what it's like inside and out. We'll take it for a drive, and we'll do a sound system test of this JBL premium audio system at the end of the video. Super sharp looking in this red. 18-inch wheels. Toyota's hybrid system that they've used in a lot of their vehicles, just in the Avalon, which is almost achieving Lexus levels of comfort and refinement these days. We've got a pretty spacious trunk. This one has a little cargo net, though a pretty small pass-through with the 60/40 folding seats. Very spacious back seat. We have a ton of legroom in the back of this Avalon. Plenty to stretch out at my 5'10" height. We get rear heated seats and a couple of charge ports, a USB-C and Type A, as well as an armrest and a little phone holder right here. I've always really liked the packaging and the size and the way the Avalon drives. Not as crazy about this front grille. It's pretty menacing looking, and there's nothing menacing about this car really other than just that grille. That's about it. It's a pretty nice driving, easy to live with sedan. Very spacious, very comfortable. We've driven a few of these before, so this isn't our first video on the Avalon. Though it is the first Avalon that I think actually looks pretty good with the interior colors and the exterior colors. Everything that we've gotten up until this point has just varying shades of gray. And it's good to see Toyota put some color into this interior. I really do like this interior space in the Avalon. Like I said earlier, it's very user-friendly. Materials are all right. There's nothing here that's really blowing me away, though all of your touch points are nice. This leather feels pretty good. The shifter has a good operation. We've got soft places to put our arms on both sides. The armrests are very comfortable. These seats are very comfortable. It's a nice enough interior to spend time in without having to spend too much money. And this, as spec'd, is around $46,000, including destination and a couple of optional extras. For what you're getting, I think it's a pretty nice car. Let's take this Avalon Hybrid for a drive, see how it does on the road, and we'll wrap up the video with the JBL sound system test. You get Toyota's signature reversing sound when the engine is off. We've been driving around this around a little bit today, so the engine isn't going to be kicking on immediately on startup. Usually, though, on cold start, it will turn on and give you some time for the engine to warm up, the HVAC system to come on, and then after a few minutes of driving, you can go into hybrid mode and the engine will turn off when you let off the throttle, or allow you to get up to some reasonable speeds on battery-only power. All week we've averaged a solid 42.2 miles to the gallon, and it seems pretty happy at that level of efficiency. No matter how we drive it, that's what it seems to get, which is pretty darn close to that 43 EPA. Again, that's just according to the readout. No actual numbers at the pump were calculated there. This 2.5 liter in other applications can be a little bit rough, a little bit harsh and loud. In this Avalon, though, it's very muted, very silent. You barely hear it on the background of everything else that's going on. And this 215 horsepower goes a long way. It feels pretty good. It's a very linear power band. This ECVT does a great job kind of blending the differential between the transition point where the gasoline engine comes on after being in full EV mode, and just throughout the power band. There are no surprises when accelerating in this. So right now we're in EV mode. Engine's going to kick on. You could barely tell that transition happened. Something that Toyota's always done really well. We have a radar-guided cruise control system and lane keeping assist. It does not have a lane centering system, so it's not going to keep us centered between the lines, but if we do go offline, it'll beep at us. And you can turn steering intervention on for that, though I have it turned off in my settings. Even though this has somewhat larger 18-inch wheels, there's not a lot of noise, vibration, or harshness coming in to the cabin at speed, especially over potholes or rough roads. Ride quality here is awesome. The long wheelbase of this Avalon definitely helps with that. And as we'll see up here, handling is actually pretty good too. Maybe not as sharp as the Camry, but still, for what it is, a very impressive handling for all-wheel drive car. Very neutral, not a lot of body roll. We do have a few different drive modes: Eco, Normal, and Sport. They pretty much just changed throttle character, that's about it. Not a lot of steering feel, but it is weighted very nicely, especially around corners. It's not necessarily quick, but it's definitely ample power to get on the highway, make passes, merge into tight situations. And even at 80 miles an hour here on the highway, we've got a pretty low level of wind noise. I like the positioning of this touchscreen. It's pretty well within reach. You have a couple quick access buttons on both sides. You have a tune scroll knob, volume, powered button. It seems to be pretty responsive too, which is great. Cruise control works all right. Again, very typical Toyota system. It's a little bit slow to accelerate after merging over to pass slower traffic if you've got your cruise control speed set to a higher speed than what you're going. We do have a head-up display that's pretty easy to see in broad daylight, though like most head-up displays, once you put sunglasses on, it pretty much vanishes. We have radar-guided cruise control. It's a pretty decent system, very typical of what Toyota has and a lot of other vehicles. It's very slow to accelerate around slower vehicles. As you can see here, I haven't done any intervention. It's just kind of been doing its own thing. It takes its sweet time. When you turn your turn signal on, it doesn't start to accelerate like some cars do, but it'll get up to speed eventually. This whole hybrid system works in the background. It's pretty unnoticeable to the driver, and it just results in exceptional fuel economy. I do wish Toyota gave you just a little bit more power out of the battery and electric motor so that you can get up to speed more naturally on full EV power, but that's something we might see as an improvement in the next generation of hybrids from Toyota. We'll see. If we just baby the throttle, can get up to about 10-15 miles an hour on electric power, and then the gas engine will kick in. I'll show you guys a visualization of what's going on here while we're driving too. Always getting a little bit help from the battery and hard acceleration. Makes this a pretty responsive car. It is nice being able to just creep around at low speeds and electric power in this Avalon. I do really like the way Toyota's hybrids drive, and this generation of cars is really just a smooth, seamless, relaxing experience. There's a bit more refinement to this Avalon than there is the Camry. It feels slightly more upscale. The materials are a little bit nicer in here. The ride quality is a little bit softer. Nice Ferrari. You guys having fun? I have pretty good visibility all the way around. Our mirrors have blind spot monitoring, so they'll tell us if cars are in there. Out the back, the rear window is a little bit narrow, but overall, I can see what I need to. Side visibility is excellent. Let's hit a couple more corners here. I'll show you how this Avalon handles. If you're not ready to make the full commitment to an electric powertrain just yet, and or you can't get your hands on a plug-in hybrid, this is a really nice step in that direction. You get excellent fuel economy, a really nice driving experience. I've always said that for about the last 4 or 5 years that Toyota's hybrids have driven a little bit better than just their strictly gasoline counterparts. The ECVT is super smooth. The powertrain is just seamless. There's enough power here. It's not quite as sluggish as the Prius we had a couple weeks ago. And besides getting into something like a Lexus ES, this is about 90% of the driving experience without maybe a few of the frills and luxury elements. And it, I think, in some ways is better than a Lexus ES because you don't have to deal with the silly infotainment system that's slowly being updated in the older Lexus lineup. This is very straightforward, very simple, but you still get pretty much all the features that you want. You get heated, cooled seats. We even have a heated steering wheel here, Apple CarPlay, a decent sound system. Speaking of which, while we're just cruising, let's go into that, test that out, and I think that'll pretty much sum up my thoughts on this Avalon. Going to Apple CarPlay, again, a pretty responsive screen, which is nice. All right, hopefully that gives you guys a pretty good idea of this JBL sound system. Not the best premium audio system for this price, but I guess it's okay. Definitely an improvement over the standard audio system usually in Toyotas. Give you guys one more acceleration run here. And I think that'll be the end of our Toyota Avalon review. Always a pleasure to get behind the wheel of one of these. This is definitely the nicest Avalon that I've been in recently. All right, guys, those are my thoughts on the 2021 Toyota Avalon Hybrid Limited. A big fan of this interior-exterior color combination. This ruby flare pearl red exterior color is just gorgeous. And you get a nice 360 camera on the right side here. All right, you put it into park, parking brake engages, and that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more videos on this Avalon Hybrid, check out the Winding Road Magazine YouTube channel. We'll do a day in drive, a night drive. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.